Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We create awareness about our place in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct, we are focused, we deliver top-notch news in Savannah News TV. Equitable reporting without fear or favor. Savannah News TV. Things are positive change to us and our environment is our aim. Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Prince Radekonde Olujimi Jabosa.
Good morning, my viewers across the world. I am Comrade Olujimi Adekanle Joka. Today is 13th of September. Sorry, 13th of October 2022, and as usual, we're bringing to you news making headline. And as usual, we start from the Punch newspaper. But before that, before the Punch newspaper, I will like sorry for that distraction. Quickly, we go straight into today's business of paper review of what is happening in Nigeria. And top on the list here, ASU divided over strike suspension, holds next meeting. You know, this issue this meeting is pertinent for ASU to call off strike. Former BBN housemate Rico Suave is dead. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Atiku campaigns in Kaduna. Wike holds UK meeting. Federal Executive Council approves 203 billion naira MTN takeover of Enugu Onitsha Road. Quality education remains Akeredolu's priority. That is coming from his commissioner. Let us see the commissioner is saying this. The Ondo State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Mr. Olufemi Agagu, has declared that the current administration in the state is committed to providing qualitative and affordable education to the people. I leave that for the Ondo State people to judge. ADC ratifies expulsion of presidential candidates and others. Abuja gunmen kill residents, abduct one, hijack car. Let's just get that full story there. At least one person was shot dead by gunmen suspected to be armed robbers at about 8:45 p.m. on Wednesday, that was yesterday, at Ghana Street in Maitama area of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, while another was abducted. Some residents who spoke to our correspondents on the condition of anonymity said the victim was killed while trying to rescue a man that was being forced into a black Prado SUV by the gunmen. That's why you don't argue with a man with a gun, because they just only a pull of the trigger makes you rest in peace. 15-year-old boy hands tied, throat sliced in Lagos. What is all this again, God? Let's get the story. The Lagos State Police Command has commenced an investigation to unravel the circumstances surrounding the murder of a 15-year-old boy, Jerome Chukwuemeka, in the Agor-Okota area of the state. Punch Metro gathered that the victim's father, after returning from work, found his lifeless body in his room. During a close observation, the deceased father was said to have discovered that Chukwuemeka's hands were tied and his throat slit. You get that full story in the Punch newspaper, but I don't know why all this is happening. Farm laborer bags life imprisonment for raping Lagos teenager. Again, on the same rape issue again, another scenario in Anambra State. Anambra man jailed 7 months for raping 14-year-old sister. One bag life imprisonment, the other one bag 14 months. So you can imagine why this their judgment. I don't really understand. Was there no any template, or is it the argument of the lawyer that will give you soft landing? I just don't know. Still on the Punch newspaper, abducted Kwara businesswoman's daughters freed, 5 million ransom paid. Thank God if it's just only 5 million naira paid and the girl is freed, and we hope she wasn't raped during her incarceration. Sisters allegedly impregnated by mechanic welcome babies in Lagos. Stories. Let us see that story. 2 sisters have welcomed babies after they were allegedly impregnated by a mechanic, Nduka Anyanwu, in Lagos State. The sisters were 17 and 13 as of 2020 when they were allegedly impregnated by Anyanwu, 13 years old. This was revealed during proceedings at the Domestic Violence and Sexual Offence Court, Ikeja, Lagos, where the defendant was arraigned on Tuesday. Narrating his side of the story, Anyanwu said the elder sister was given to him to marry by their father, that's 17 years old, given for marriage. Christian Onyere, who had learned of his plans to travel abroad. Christian Bob Onyere came to me for help while I was processing papers to travel. He then told me to marry his daughter so that when I finally travel out, I will come back to take his family with me. Anyanwu, who admitted to having sex with his elder sister who was living with him, said he learned of her pregnancy when her parents told him to meet them at an hospital. According to him, it was at the hospital that he also learned of the younger sister's pregnancy. After showing me the pregnancy test, they said they were going to have me arrested. I asked why. They said the other daughter was also pregnant, he added. He lamented that he had complained to their parents about their movement with some boys in his neighborhood. He said there was something I discovered when those girls started coming to my house. Some boys used to visit them to the extent that I was not comfortable with it. Their brother told me that Some boys used to come and pick them up with a tricycle, so I had to report to their father. I don't know, it's a clumsy whatever. I hope the court will do justice to that. Herders killed 5 Benue farmers. Police deployed officers. This Benue has been a war zone for farmers. Ogun monarch arranged for blinding trader over queen. Which monarch is this? Let us see the monarch, please. A monarch, Oba Nureni Oduwaye, has been arraigned before the Magistrate Court in Shagamu, Ogun State, for allegedly blinding a trader, Wasiu Oduwole, at the More Blessing Hotel, Ikene, in the Shagamu area of the state. Punch Metro had reported that the monarch allegedly perpetrated the act when he and his queen visited the hotel for the birthday celebration of a woman identified simply as Iya Alaji. He had accused the trader, who was invited to prepare pepper soup for the occasion, of dancing with his queen at the event and kicked him in the eyes. The trader, who denied the accusation, said the impact of the kick rendered him blind in his left eyes. Our correspondent had reported that the matter was reported to the Shagamu Area Command, where policemen detailed to investigate the case arraigned the traditional ruler on 2 counts bordering on causing grievous harm and breach of public peace. The monarch was arraigned on Friday, October 7, 2022. Can you imagine? A monarch that's supposed to be a role model to his subjects. Court convicts frees filmmaker Edegbe after 5 years. Really? Let us see the story here. A federal high court sitting in Lagos has sentenced a Nollywood producer, Olajide Karim alias Seun Edegbe, to 7 years imprisonment with hard labor after convicting him of fraud. However, the convict was freed, having served the prison term. The 45-year-old was arraigned by the police on February 10, 2017, after allegedly obtaining 39 million naira, $90,000, and 12,000 pounds by false pretense for no fewer than 14 bureau de change operators in different parts of Lagos between 2015 and 2017. He was accused of swinging the bureau de change operators by claiming that he had naira to change to foreign currency. The ex-convict Alongwon Oyekan Ayomide was arraigned before Justice Oluremi Oguntoyinbo on 36 counts bordering on advanced free fraud. The charges sheet was amended twice, which the convict eventually increased, with the count eventually increased to 40, and 3 other defendants, Lawal Karim, Olalekan Yusuf, and Muhyiddin Shoyobo, added, making defendant 5. The 5 defendants entered pleas of not guilty to the first count and second charge, while Edegbe, the first defendant, pleaded not guilty to the remaining 38 counts. The filmmaker, who financed the production of several Yoruba films under his Ebony Films production imprint, was however unable to fulfill the bail condition granted him. Delivering judgment on Tuesday, Justice Oluremi Oguntoyinbo convicted Egbegbe and sentenced him to 7 years imprisonment after finding him guilty of one of the 40 counts filed against him by the police. The judge, however, freed him and the 4 other defendants. Justice Oguntoyinbo declared that 39 of the 40 counts crumbled because of his lack of witness to substantiate their claim. In addition, the judge said the police tampered with the money recovered from the suspect and ruled that all the money recovered from Egbegbe as evidence be returned to him. The judge said, however, considering the entirety of the circumstances and taking judicial notice of the allocutus, I hereby sentence the first defendant, Egbegbe, to imprisonment for a term of 7 years with hard labor, only in respect of count 19 of the amended charge. The term is to begin from the first day the first defendant was detained in police custody and or remanded in prison, whichever comes first. I so hold. Most importantly, the prosecution witness contradictory testimonies have failed to satisfy the exact various sums of money contained in the majority of the unviable and unsupported counts of charges filed against the first defendants. I so hold. From the avalanche of evidence before this honorable court, it is crystal clear that Nigerian police tampered with the various sums of money collected from the first and second defendants. The Nigerian Police Force, Lagos State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, Pantiyaba, and the entire Lagos Police Command, and sadly its legal departments, have failed in the discharge of this solemn responsibility to present the actual exhibits before this honorable court. I so hold. You see, the police has gone to disgrace themselves in that case, and it's very, 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 I mean, disturbing. Man seeking business capital fakes kidnap. Gang demands 10 million from parents. They are now seeking their own. They are now faking their own. People are now faking their own kidnaps because they want money. So now, how do we believe if someone says he has been kidnapped? Anambra communities lament bridge collapse. Flood drones 6. I hope the government will come to their rescue in that Anambra state. 5.6 billion laundry. Lagos court remand father and son. Let us get this story very, very well. It's interesting. A father and sons were on Wednesday remanded in a custodial center by the Federal High Court in Lagos over alleged 5.6 billion money laundering. Justice Chukwujeku Aneke remanded them after they took their plea. The defendants were rearranged by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission on 14-count amended charges of money laundering of the sum of 5.6 billion. The first defendant, Adewale Jayoba, and his father, Emmanuel Jayoba, second defendant, and their firm, Wireless Kingdom Capital Limited, third defendant, were first arraigned on August 2nd, 2022 before Justice Nicholas Owebo on 2 counts of carrying out banking business without any appropriate license. They pleaded not guilty and were granted bail, but they were arraigned on Wednesday by the Anti-Graft Commission after the charges were amended to reflect the amount they laundered. Imagine, fraud everywhere. People are looking for short ways to make money. We will frustrate Burkina in Morocco. That is coming from Ayenugba. Woman allegedly adopts twins after mother rejects sale offer. This now is on an international scene. Publisher Alex Jones to pay $965 million for defamation. Gunmen kill vigilante officer, 2 orderlies in Anambra. The eastern part of Nigeria is becoming a hot zone. Edo police arrested suspected kidnappers, land grabbers. Ogun, man fake own kidnap, demands 10 million ransom. Troop killed 19 terrorists in failed ambush. That's the good news. 110 girls neglected in terrorist den, Chibok community. So we still have about 110 girls in Chibok wherever. Confession: how I killed Super TV boss. That is coming from Chidima. You get the whole full story in the Punch of today. Lagos developer defrauds 200 house seekers. Victim blame police. Doctors arrange for Lagos patient involuntary manslaughter. Bamishe, you remember the Bamishe, the girl that was killed? Lagos mortuary requests 500,000. Family laments debt. Police flee as rival cultists hack, rob residents. Police arrange troop for allegedly terrorizing Lagos traders. Abia court remands man for murder of 2. Federal government mourns search for remains of murdered surveyor. Tyler denies defiling 3-year-old girl alleged sees frame up. You will get all this story on the Punch newspaper of today. At this point, we come to the end of today's news review, and today we pick from the Punch newspaper as we have reviewed. And our parting words this morning on our security tips is that be aware of your surroundings and tell 1 or 2, 3 people of your next destination, and make sure that if you are boarding any vehicle, get the particulars, the details of such vehicles, and send to 1, 2, 3 people. That may save your life. Good morning.
Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. We create awareness about happiness in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct, we are focused, we deliver top-notch news in Savannah News TV. Equitable reporting without fear or favor. Savannah News TV. Sincere positive change to us and our environment is our aim. Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our secrets are decoded. Bodo Jimmy Japa. Savannah News TV. We mean it, we have a living witness. Keep watching Savannah News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.